One time for the one time. It's the family blood. Some of those people and be able to share my voice. It was amazing. You know, I had a ball.
So what was one of your favorite events at NAM? I know there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. So for those who have never been to NAM,
say, like, one of my favorite things was playing with the AI.
Yes.
So I was able to record my voice saying one line and then type in a whole 8 bars of a song and play it back, and it's myself singing those words. So that was crazy to me, and I was like, whoa, this is dope. And then getting to meet Jean-Marie, that was amazing. And being able to play my music, and they actually sat and listened to my songs on the Augsburger speakers, you know, that had to have been like my favorite part.
Of course.
So, and then like all the microphones that I got to play with, it was, I can't really, you know, it was just dope the whole time, kind of, you know.
Yeah, it can be almost overwhelming in some aspects because, like you said, once you hit NAM, and if you're actually engaged and then you're talking to people, stuff takes off really, really fast. It's almost to the point to where you don't feel like you're ready for it, right? But you got to keep pushing. Yeah.
I would say a highlight for me was walking around, and like there was a gentleman who I wouldn't have thought would even like know me or listen to my music. And he was kind of following me, and he was like, and I was like, okay, he probably thinks I'm somebody else. A lot of people were mistaking me for Jill Scott.
Jill Scott, yeah, I can see that.
Like 5 people came up to me. I was like, no, I'm not Jill.
Yeah, I can see that.
And he was like, and then he walks up to me for like the 3rd time. He's like, oh, I know who you are. You don't know who I am, but I know who you are. And he had my whole album pulled up on his phone.
Oh, wow.
And he lives in New York. And he was like, yeah, I listened to your music, and I just wanted you to know, like, never stop doing what you're doing. Like, your music is really good. Like, you're even touching. He was like sitting at a pub or something, and my song came on, and I was like, I wouldn't even knew, you know. So I thought that was amazing, being that I've never been to New York, and people know me in New York based on my music. That was really a highlight moment for me. Like, humbly, that was really cool for me.
I love that for you. Goodness gracious, I love that. And the best part about it is it's going to go even further. And the hope is when this is released, that your music will end up in even more places. I know my sister's going to watch it, and my sister stays in Japan. So
nice.
Yeah.
Shout out to your sister, because you know we gotta talk. We gotta talk.
Yeah, actually, like we talked about that because you're going to Japan, right?
Yes, April. I will be going with my mom in April. So,
yeah, definitely. So I was talking to her this morning. She's a few hours ahead of me. On 12 to 24. Anyway, whatever the case, we were talking. And so, yeah, I'm glad I said that. And I'm glad you reminded me. That way I can definitely link you. There's people that I hope that you have time to run into when you get out to Japan. There's a place called the Soul Food Restaurant that's run by run by a lovely couple, and the food is spectacular. But anyway, we'll talk about that. That's another.
We gotta.
Because I get into it. I love
going to those museums too. Yeah.
Oh yes. You must. So let's talk about your performance. Your performances, like, because I was supposed to go to the after party, the NAM after party, but I had to fly out early the next morning, so I forfeited going. And now that I know that you performed, I feel foolish. I should have been there.
It'll be another time.
I know, right? So let's talk about that performance, and then let's talk about your pre-Grammy performance also.
That performance was like, I did like a mixture of like an outside, just live, no instrument, a cappella type of thing. And then we also did like an in-studio performance. where I was actually in the studio on the microphone, and I did a couple covers that were just a cappella, and it was with the microphone. So the company sent the microphone that I actually picked, which was the Saturn, amazing microphone.
Wow.
And so it was there at the session for me to use, and it sounded like tracks that could have been released on acapella. It sounded really good on that mic. And I had the honor of singing amongst a whole bunch of other artists that were kind of in there as well. And then I was able to I kind of did like a live cover of my own song, Late Night. And I just kind of played the beat and then did a run through of that live. So it was dope. And you had the studio, they shouted me out from that, and people had made clips that I did not know, I wasn't aware of, but it was a dope opportunity. And, I'm not even sure who all was in that room, but I'm willing to bet it was a lot of amazing people in that room and a lot of people at that event. And a couple of people from Rhythm and Flow season 2 were there, and a couple of people from The Voice UK were there. So it was just amazing. And like, I'm very, very humble. So like, I was like, I came out and everybody was like stopped in a standing ovation. So I was like, for me, like, so it was really cool. I really had fun. And so it was cool. And I got to meet a lot of other artists, and we kind of followed each other and networked. And yeah, it was dope in studio and like a little outside little performance. Yeah.
Yeah. So the pre-Grammy?
So the pre-Grammy.
Yeah.
This was a situation where I was not essentially supposed to go. I had just kind of got looped in. What happened was there was an artist that put out a song with Kaya from the Pussycat Dolls and Monifa. Long story short, the day comes to perform it because he actually was a recipient of an award for Best Rap Pop Collaboration. But both of these young ladies were sick. So I had 24 hours to learn the song. His name is Etc. He's an artist. I had 24 hours to learn the song, get back down to LA, do an in-person training, and then be at mic check by the next day, 12 o'clock. And so I was able to, able to do that. And it was a dope event. And then I ended up singing at another pre-Grammy party, just happening to just be there. And they were like, yeah, put your song on. And I was like, okay, this is amazing. So just being in the right rooms. So it was just an opportunity that came last minute, and it was like, hey, you got 24 hours. You can say yes or you can say no. And I chose to take it on, and it came out dope.
Yeah, why not? Why not try it at the very least? Give yourself that space, that grace, and that mercy. Go chase it for yourself. Why not?
Okay.
So
Right.
a question that I have for you, and I ask just about everybody this is what's the motivation for your passion behind the art and behind the artist? What is it? What's the thing or the things that keeps you pushing? Right? What's that spark? What is that the thing that you hold close, you won't let go, that you know that you got to keep doing this? What's your motivation for that?
For me, it's multiple reasons. I actually have them tattooed on me, the answer to that question, because music is my escape. Music is my first love. Music is my therapy. If you're feeling down, there's certain songs that help you get through things, whether you happy, sad, angry, whatever. I feel like music is a universal language. No matter what culture, no matter where you are, what language you speak, it's sometimes that I listen to music that I don't even understand, but I know how it makes me feel. And music is very dear to me because music has helped me celebrate a lot of my high moments, but it's also got me through some of my worst moments. And I feel like I would be I would be really sad if I didn't do music, because that is my art. That is my self-expression. And you find that when God gives you a gift and you're not sharing it, and you're wondering why you're anxious and you're depressed and why you feel down, it's because you have a gift that you're not sharing with people and you know you should be sharing it. So I just feel like that's my gift to people. Um, I won't say it's a ministry, but it can be. You know what I'm saying? There's certain people that I've sang a song for and they broke down and cried like, damn, I needed that right now.
Mm,
Like, I sing at a lot of funerals. I sing at a lot of events where people need hope. So I just feel like I'd be letting myself down and not being true to what makes my heart feel full and what makes my soul feel full if I didn't do music.
mm. I love that. That's a great answer. That's fantastic answer.
And it's
So
so true. Like I get really emotional
yeah.
about music. And I took a long break, you know, because I had a child and he's now 7. And I just found that it was like, no, you got to get back to doing what you love. It's very key, because your body and your soul and your spirit can tell when you're not doing what you know you could and should be doing. And
Mm,
so it's definitely my escape. Like I said, it's got me through like celebratory moments. Like, I need this song. It's so many artists that I listen to that I can't wait to meet in person to let them know how their song has got me through some shit, you know. And there's, you know, some music that you put on, you know, when you want to celebrate. But I feel like music is key in every culture, language. People all come together over music because it's what it makes you feel.
yeah, I agree 100%. You mentioned hopefully meeting some of the artists that you look up to. Who are some of the artists that have inspired your journey thus far?
Definitely Lauryn Hill.
Okay.
She's really, really up there. Who else? Excuse me. Who else? I love Jasmine Sullivan. That's probably one of my favorite artists. To me, she's really underrated
Yeah.
because vocally, I don't see a lot of people touching her. That's just my opinion. Um, Kelly Price, Stevie Wonder.
Yes. I, Stevie is my guy. Stevie is absolutely my guy. Like I love Stevie Wonder. Love Stevie Wonder.
Right.
And you said Kelly.
Legendary.
Yeah. Did you see him when he was there?
I did see him, but I didn't get to get, you know, I didn't
Yeah.
get to get close like I
Yeah.
wanted to. I didn't get to sing for Stevie.
Right.
That's
Right.
not the way I wanted to. I needed a whole moment for a whole song, not just a
Yeah.
little, you know, that's Stevie Wonder. You got to make him remember you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's awesome. And so what advice would you have for any artist that's pushing and pursuing uh with a passion to be a musician, to be a singer, to be a songwriter, producer, engineer? What advice would you have for them?
No cookie cutter mentality, please.
Hmm,
It's enough people who sound the same. And it's always just remember that a lot of the people who we love now, a lot of people told them no. A lot of people were like, I don't like that. I don't like how it sounds because I want it to sound like this. And those people are freaking great now. So never change who you are. Be authentic because it's going to show. Your authenticity is going to be felt versus trying to do something because other people want you to do it. Never let that be what drives your creation because it may help you win for a little bit, but long term it's not because it's not who you are.
hmm. That's great. That's great. All right. And so every segment that we do on our podcast, even when we're doing our live podcasts, we have a segment called Final Thoughts, right? And Final Thoughts is a portion where you can do or say whatever you can say whatever you want to, speak about anything you want to, but it would be your final thought for this particular segment. So, moving into final thoughts, what is your final thought?
Uh, my final thought is stay tuned. I got a lot of work that I'm doing. I got music on the way. I'll be posting a lot more content, a lot more covers. It's just beginning for 2025. I
Yeah.
actually have a song that I'm wrapping up. It's a mixture of rap and singing. And, you know, just shouting out to like everybody that supports me, whether you've been supporting me, whether you just came along and started to support me, I'm super appreciative. I want to say thank you to everybody. My aunt, I definitely want to shout him out. He is a big factor in helping me take these first steps. And Augsburger speakers, you know, my NAM peers, all the people who have been uplifting me, my best friend, Morgan, and then, you know, my grandparents, like my family, because, you know, without them, none of this is possible for sure.
That's great. All right. And just, I know we've been pushing it on the ticker, but tell everybody where they can find your music. Tell the platforms that you're on.
I have music on Apple Music, Spotify. I have some things on YouTube. Heavy on Apple Music, Spotify. I think I have some stuff on Pandora, Tidal. Yeah, if you Google Monay Sha'Reece, a lot of stuff will pop up, you know. And for sure, follow me on IG at Monay Sha'Reece the artist, which is where most of my stuff is.
Okay, perfect. Well, I definitely thank you for your time, and I look forward to hopefully doing more interviews with you, either face to face at NAM, the next NAM, or any other events that we find ourselves at.
Absolutely.
And I want to follow your journey and make sure we celebrate you as you continue to push forward and get over all the milestones, and you keep crushing different venues. I am looking forward to it. And
thank you. I'm excited.
Yeah, we're here to support you, sis. That's for sure.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So with that being said, as I say every night, for those of you all who are going to be watching, you could have been anywhere else in the world, but you decided to stop and listen and hang out with us, and we greatly appreciate that. With that being said, thank y'all for coming out. God bless and good night.